I'm gonna be an astronaut.
What's good? What's good? Who got on BestsPointOfViewTV today?
MBK Jay, aka JR2Visuals, and yeah.
What's MBK Jay? What's JR2Visuals? That's two different names. And those like government names. Those seem like those names mean something towards your career.
So, I kept MBK Jay because I'm part of like a collective of, other rappers and other members that we shoot vids, some of us rap, some of us do different entertainment things. It's just a bunch of guys, trying to further their careers. So that's what MBK Jay is. JR2Visuals, I'm the cameraman, Rochester cameraman, I've shot tons of people vids, people like Taj Billy, my son MBK Mulatto, a lot of different dudes in the city,
What's up? What's up? So you said, how did you first start the crew MBK? Are you the starter of this, the founder?
My brother MBK Mulatto, when he was a part of MBK, he started in high school. It was just, local friends from the neighborhood. We kind of got together. We got MBK Smoke, we got MBK Styles, MBK Alex, and we just a bunch of dudes doing it.
Right. So not everybody's like what are people? Some people are rappers, some people just do anything in that crew?
Some of them just do their own thing, We
Right.
just a bunch of dudes trying to get money, make it out. That's all.
That's the fact. So now you said JR2Visuals is your other name, right?
Yeah, so I'm telling you, I'm the hood cameraman. That's all it is.
Right.
I shot for a ton of people.
So how did you first get in? How did you first pick up a camera? How did that all start for you?
So I guess how I first started picking up a camera, I kind of peeped in high school that everybody was trying to rap and everything like that. And of course, I try to jump on the wave and stuff, but I just personally never seen like the way my sound sounded like. So really what I ended up doing was my man's MBK Mulatto, I was like, yo bro, let me start shooting some vids for you. So I looked on eBay, got the cheapest camera that I could find, YouTubed everything, how to edit videos. So once that came up about, he was like, yo bro, shoot my vid. And I was like, say that bro. So, it's all started from there. Just trying to help a friend.
So YouTube helped you out learn how to edit videos and stuff like that?
From start to end, I never went to no class about it. YouTube University, that's what I like to call it. That's all, everything that I try to do.
No, that's what's up. So you say you started trying to rap at first, right?
Yeah, I think my name was J Money, something like that. It was something corny, So I was trying to be I don't even know how I was trying to rap, bro. It was just bad from the start.
My question is, because a lot of people, they said, everybody wants to be rapping nowadays, right?
Right.
And certain people, they don't know how to take it. No, rapping might not be for you. How were you able to accept this rapping might not be for me? It's because it's hard for a lot of people to say I ain't gonna make it as a rapper because everybody wants to be a star. How are you able to make that transition and say this ain't for me?
I was chasing the bread. I figured what would come quicker, a record, label deal, or showing somebody vid, getting a quick $100, $200. So I was one way made more sense to me.
All right. So when you first picked up your camera, you learn everything on YouTube. What was the most challenging part about the camera part? People might not know about. Because everybody think you just pick up a camera, you film, and then you drop it.
Now, word two, y'all gotta stop coming to cameraman thinking because the number one question I get is oh, how's the vid, how's it coming and stuff like that. It's not a day process. So pretty much everything that I had to learn was pretty much lighting, composure, how to just set a scene and stuff like that. It's so more than just me pointing the camera at your face and something like that. So I would say probably the hardest thing was probably learning how to light and everything.
Alright. All right. So were you in high school when you first picked up a camera? Talk about this transition.
So in high school, I was really trying to help my friends rap. So I just picked up a camera. I didn't take it serious until I went through college. I did my little party wave. I was trying to do events and all that. But after college, after coronavirus, that's when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to take this real serious for a chance and see what happens from there.
All right. So so you said, of course, you had your bros, Styles, and Mulatto rapping, right?
Yeah.
How were you able to gain other clientele? Because it's people be stuck in their ways. Some people just want to be stuck with certain camera. How were you able to yo, check out my videos? These are fire, especially being a beginner.
I was dedicated, so pretty much what I did was every day I was posting on Facebook. I made a flyer. I was like, all right, let me try to look as professional as possible all the time. So I just kept posting my flyer every day. Like, you know, shoot a vid, who want to work even. I was trying to do discounts. Like I started shooting vids for like $60 or something like that. And I was like, all right, it's not much, but I'm going to always make sure I'm like working on a thing real quick.
So like you said, you start off $60, right?
Yeah, $60. And after that, you know, people started coming. People were like, oh, I know a person that does that and stuff like that. But later on, that's when I learned how to do like newer things to get easier clientele.
No, that's what's up. So now, like, all right, when you first started like getting clientele, what was the hardest challenge for what you working on clientele for that $60? Because a lot of people, I always see videographers complain about working on people. Like, what's the hardest part?
I'd probably say the $60 clients were harder to deal with than like the newer clients that I have and everything like that. Because the cheaper clients be having more expectations for some reason. I never understood that, but they do. So like, I think it kind of goes into like the self-appreciation for everything. So like, you know, clients would probably think, all right, well, I could probably get more out of him than somebody else because he's charging less.
Right. That's crazy that you said it, because you would be charging like a good price, $6, and they want like the ideas they have is like a 500K type of vid, like, and you just like, damn, I can't work with that. They don't want to give you no credit or nothing. Like, they just want you to do. They think you got a camera and just easy, just blah blah blah. You put it onto like, what am I trying to say? You just put it onto the video. Like, they think it's easy.
Nah, that's a fact. Like, people, they really think like they get the cheapest package and it comes with the full deal stuff, and it's like it don't work out like that.
Right. But talk about some crazy experience like that. It's like oftentimes you hear people trying to be like, I want a little baby type of video. Like, what's some of the crazy experience like dealing with clientele? You know, mind sharing?
It usually happens after the video got shot, edited, and everything. You finally send them the project after putting in all that hard work, effort, and everything, and somebody's like, this really ain't come out how I thought it was gonna come out and stuff like that. And there's some clients too, like when they first message me, it's like, okay, I want to do a video like Cole Bennett or JL shot it and stuff like that. And I'm like, all right, then it requires that type of bread. Like, inbox them, see how much they really charge for their vids and all that stuff like that.
Nah, that's true. So like when people come to you for like a video, like how do you like for them to approach it? Do you want like for them to have like a storyline? You just like showing videos organically? Like what's your type of video for people that ain't see it?
I mostly do like run and gun. So what that pretty much is like, you know, a person hit me, yo, I want a vid, we meet up same day. We do it right then and there. There's like no setup and stuff. I do want to get more into like the storytelling and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't want to do the most easiest package for them and stuff like that, because those require like less budget friendly type of videos, especially if you need props and all these setups, get models and all that stuff like that. And then even people, they want to do travel shoots and stuff like that, but they try to do it the cheapest way possible. It just doesn't work out like that.
So what's some of the pros and cons to doing run and gun? Cause
run and gun, as it sounds, it's quick. Like, it's quick, easy bread, boom, boom, boom. It's not much to expect. It's easier for like me to edit, easier for the client if they're like their first time shooting a vid. The cons is like, you know, you don't get the best out of the quality. It's more of like a rush process. It's something that we do like real simple, real quick. So it's something that I try to stay away from, but it's like, that's the way our city work right now, so it's a lot of run and gun. All
right, talk about your city. Where exactly from? Where are you from for people that don't know where you're from?
So if you don't know, I'm from the 585, Rochester, West Side. So, you know, I'm really a kid. I stay inside and all that stuff like that, but like for the most part, you know, I exist on the internet. Like, you hit me up, DMs and stuff like that. I'm not really like a loud person, nothing like that. So, you know, I like to stay like low key. So I'm just a real low key dude from the Rock. That's
I'm gonna get back to the camera and like the Rochester location, but talk about life growing up for you, like.
Life growing up, you know, quiet kid as usual. I went to Edison, E-Tech gang. Niggas was real low in high school. I did football, I did wrestling. That's actually what I got a scholarship to college and everything for and stuff like that. But it's crazy too, cause Dad gave all that up too.
For the camera and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's what's up. So now you talk about being from Rochester, New York. Like, talk about like the video pricing compared to other cities. How you feel about that? Cause I see oftentimes people don't like artists in the city, they don't understand they're getting like a discount, a huge discount to what somebody in like Chicago, like that's like now actually the same type of vids as you is like doing.
Now that's a fact. So I got a lot of friends out in Brooklyn and like Manhattan and stuff. So when I went down there and I was talking to other video people and stuff like that at these like contests and different things like that, vids they start at like 600 and they go up. Like that's bare minimum for like the worst type of vid that you're gonna get, even from somebody that's just starting out 1 year in the game doing that. So it's like Rochester people, like you see somebody like 200-300 for a vid, like you gotta understand that's a great price.
Now I ain't gonna, you know what's crazy about that? They still think that's a lot. Like I don't know if it's like our pockets are tight, like in Rochester, or just like I don't know. It's like it's not enough money we pass around to you. But $600, you get like a basic vid for like a $600 in like New York City or like Atlanta or Chicago. People don't be understanding that.
And I think they don't take rap as serious here. Like they do, like when it comes to like the sound of it, hearing the music and all that. But like the full industry of how Rochester works, they don't appreciate the video aspect, and they just think the cameraman is just like the dude trying to get the quick buck. Like we could do big projects if y'all want to, but y'all also gotta feel y'all side of the end with it.
Nah, that's for true. So now talk about being for like the Rochester too. Do you feel like you're gonna blow up the Rochester music scene, or do you want to take off like somewhere else and start exploring other places?
If the money's right, of course, why not? Like I definitely think staying to the city is probably something that could work out good for me. I got a lot of ideas. I do events. I do a lot of different showcases and stuff that I know that Rochester got the talent. It do, but I feel like we lack the right energy. Like everybody trying to like bring each other down and everything like that. So I feel like in order for us to fully become something, do something, we need Rochester to first, just get our mind. Yeah, that's a fact. Like get our minds together and stuff like that.
So you just mentioned doing showcases and stuff like that. Talk about some of the showcases you put together and why you put together these showcases.
So first I think I kind of got to start with like college and stuff like that. With college, I started doing like parties and stuff like that, and I started doing like house parties, then I did a couple like events, hookah lounge.
You know what's crazy? People don't know that's a crazy, there's a lot of money in doing parties together. People just think you're just passing out flyers for no reason.
That's a fact. Like even my mom, she was killing me when I told her I was doing parties and everything. She like, you going to college on a full ride scholarship and all this stuff like that.
Cause they see people don't really be seeing the pros. They really see the cons. Like, a fight might break off, a shootout might break out. They don't see alright, the pros is like everybody coming together. You networking, you building your name and your brand, which who knows what that might help you lead on to the next time.
And that's a fact. Like even with the marketing and stuff like that. So this event that I'm doing on the 20th. I have to do so many different things. I got to change how I market. Some things are working, and I got to kind of figure out new routes for those things to work. So it's just it's a constant game of chess. Like it's really chess, and for it all to come out, just for a couple people to be like, I ain't like the event, or some people have a great time. So it kind of go. It's a double-edged sword. That's all it is.
All right. So let's talk about some of the showcases you put together and why you decided to put them together.
All right. So when I was with Hotbox, we did a rap contest, and what the contest was, best song liked by our fans on the page. You get a Billboard spot. So on the Billboard, we end up putting Junebug four spots, 4 different areas on a Billboard. So he got his own poster and all this other stuff like that.
Wait, let them know where it's at. So is it still up?
I think we still got one up on State Street. It's been up for 3-4 months now. 2, what's the other one? Joseph and Ward and State Street on the corner of that highway and stuff like that. And, I'll throw in the video and all that stuff. Don't even worry about that. But we did a couple things. I also did a thing with Hyro Gang. They had brought who was it? Def Jam, major label record.
Yeah, I did see that you was doing a couple interviews. Yeah.
Yeah. So we did interviews there and stuff like that. We also traveled to New York City 2-3 times to do events up there. So it's I'm always surrounding myself in in front of the best people. So it's all about networking at the end of the day.
So you just don't want to get stuck in videography. You want to do other things
Honestly, this is a side hustle to me. That's a little thing. A lot of people know me as doing that, but it's really like a side hustle for me. Like the main thing is like the events. 'Cause I'm telling you, like there's no better feeling than watching 400 people get lit, and it's like you.
The reason why you put it together.
That's a fact. Like you put it together, and like being on stage too. I'm not gonna lie. Like I got bad stories on that. Like bro.
Like tell crazy story. Let the people know. They might not know.
All right. So what happened? So I was a promoter for this one event, and it's like 400 people, and we all on stage, right? So me and my one man named E-Man, we literally bringing people up on stage. Like we bringing shorties up on stage and stuff like that. Like. It gets crazy, like at UB, bro. When we threw parties,
you went to a party school for real.
Like when I tell you, girls was jumping off stage into splits and everything like that. Like it was a wild scenario and stuff like that. Like, like I even got this one friend, right? So they having like a dance of whatever. They having a dance battle together. Boom, boom, boom. They dancing with two separate girls, and then literally one dude do a backflip off the shorty, and it's like wild things like that was happening. And you know, there's a lot of wild stuff that go down in UB and everything like that.
That's what's up. That's up. So you say like videography is like a side hustle. You really want to be a party promoter, right?
Yeah.
So how has Corona affected that? Because it's like you can't like, and how is it going to affect in the future? Because it's like you can't really do parties. You can't too many people in like one room. So how does that make? What's your mindset with that?
I had to stop for like a year, even looking, because it was kind of like. Corona's so big, it's so bad, and people are like really on heels about it. So it's like smarter planning, like temperature checks, security. Security is like a big thing in Rochester still. So even now, I'm thinking about going to like different states and doing events. Like Florida, completely open. Like when I went to Miami, you would think Corona is not a thing. Like that's just how it is.
No, that's true. Cause when I was in Atlanta, bro. Everybody was in the what's it called, the malls with no masks. They was in the clubs with no masks. They were just cool and doing their thing.
Nah, that's a fact. Back to college. So when I went to UB, I went there originally like on a full ride scholarship for wrestling, and like I was good at wrestling and everything like that. But I knew like that's not something I want to do for like the rest of my life. Like I didn't want to end up working for somebody else.
That's true. That's how I be feeling sometimes. So that's like that pushes me to go harder now with what I really want to do. But like it's to the point where I really fell in love with this interview stuff. Like I don't want to do it without the money. Do you feel like you fell in love with this camera stuff yet or not?
Enough to do it without the money? No, like not at all.
Probably because the headache that comes with it, right?
It is, but like people don't understand how dangerous it is to be a cameraman. Like cameraman is the only job where you got a loaded gun to your head. Like when I tell you like people AKs out and stuff like that, like I can tell you like there's wild stories, bro.
Now tell us a crazy video because you just shot for. We just see videos with you that had guns in it, all money, drugs in it. Talk about some crazy stories.
Alright, so of course not saying no name.
Yeah.
So I go to this one music video, and it's a trap house, of course. But I tell you, they is literally cooking up like cocaine, like, crack, all that stuff.
On the camera, for real?
Yeah, like it's real stuff. Cause usually when I go to a video shoot, somebody they like, I got the flower, don't tell nobody, whatever. And I'm like, I bet. You like, I'm like, I ain't gonna tell nobody secret, of course, but like this time it's real crack fumes in the air. And I'm like, man. And then they got crackheads coming up in the middle of the video shoot asking for, and I'm like, yo, bro, like, what's going on?
I ain't gonna hold it. Do you be scared of stuff like that? Cause with me, there's certain stuff like people might send an interview like about like or show certain stuff in the interview. I just take that out automatically because I don't want that coming back to me eventually. Like, cause I know like I had this one interview with I don't even want to say their names, and I got like a phone call saying like, yo, if I was you, like from like I'll take that down because they're gonna get picked up on an indictment soon. I don't like. Unless you want your name attached to like that indictment, I would take that down. Like,
that's a fact.
Do you ever be scared to put yourself in that position?
When I'm at shoots, I don't be too like scared no more. Like I never used to be even
not
scared.
Even afraid, not even afraid like what's gonna happen. Just like the constant questions is gonna happen because
yeah, that's always a thing.
Because they could use that video as evidence as you feel me like.
See, that's why I actually got my paperwork right and all that stuff. So like. I got like policy papers and all that stuff. So like, say if police do come, I got all my clients like protected for stuff like that. So like, even when people they don't put like warning tabs in their videos. I still have it like, oh, I don't shoot any vids that have any of these real things in it, any real props or whatever. So it's like, you know, I try to prepare for the best for that.
Yeah, I respect. I don't really hear that too often. So when you shoot vids, do you sign contracts with people like this, certain things that go this way?
It depends on how like quick and fast they want to be. Like there's some clients that they hit me the day of, and like all that just can't happen.
Right.
So it's like if it's like a real planned out shoot, it's one of my higher packages and stuff. Like yeah, I'm all for doing that.
No, that's so. Like, but you said like they was actually doing like they was selling to the crack field.
Selling crack, like full out, bottling it up, everything. And I was just like, wow, that's wicked.
Like you didn't try to talk to them, like tell them like, yo, bro, like you know this is on camera, or they was like they was trying to keep it as real as possible for their vid.
That be some people's attitude. They like, yo, bro, this is just real life for me. Like, and I got into a point like that's people's real life. Like at the end of the day, like they gonna have to do what they gotta do.
Right. So like we're not trying to discredit them for nothing, but we're just saying like, yo, this is on camera now. Like you feel me? This could be used as evidence. They ain't gonna turn it back around.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like, I typically, I'll tell them like, yo, like, do y'all want this in this vid? And if they say yes, they say yes. They know better. They might know better than me. They might know something I don't know. So it's
right.
like, if they willing to put themselves in that predicament, I'll never put myself on the stand either. So it's like, I'm just going, because at the end of the day, police, they could come snatch your stuff up, your camera, all that, and use it for evidence. They want to use it for evidence. That's just, if they want to do that, they're going to do that. Like they gonna seize my whole camera and all that. That's the way it has to be. But like as far as me, like police ask me what's going on and stuff like that, like that's none of my business.
Yeah, I respect that. Yeah. Definitely doing business. So talk about life in college too, bro. Because you like outside of partying, like. Because of course you're promoting and stuff like that. Were you doing videos outside of college too?
I wasn't doing videos outside of college. Like I told my friends, like yo, I've recorded vids a couple times, whatever. But like they was old vids 6 months ago, stuff like that. Like you could tell, like I wasn't taking it as serious.
Right.
But regular life in college, you know, I was with my guys. Like we was always lit. Like we was known for the dudes to be like the quiet, but like you know what's going on type of thing.
Right.
And like I even got this one crazy story, right? So we just chilling, in the staircase and stuff like that. And this staircase is known for like not bad things happening, but like kids, they were like smoking the staircase and stuff like that. And like a bunch of RAs and stuff would like constantly come around and stuff and be like, hey, what y'all doing and stuff like that. But it's like, we was never one of those kids or nothing doing anything bad. So we just hanging out. But this one time, it was this police officer that came, and they wasn't trying to hear nothing. Like they came in like going crazy. So like we literally hit the jets. Like we already knew what type of timing they was on. So boom, 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 we out, we running, boom. So like a couple of my mans hit upper stairs, some of the other dudes hit the lower stairs and stuff like that. Out of all the people,
and they grabbed you.
No, they didn't grab me. Like I seen her, right?
Yeah.
Cause the story is crazy. So lady, she see me. She like, hey, I'm like, oh man, so I start running down the hallway, I'm out. And people starting to poke their heads up, cause they like, yo bro, what's all the commotion and stuff? So usually if you like running from like RAs or whatever in the
school,
the school, in the dorms, you just run outside, take a lap around and you valid, like you Gucci. So when I came out and I was about to take my lap, tell me why the lady, she called for backup, right? So it's like 4 or 5 cops outside with flashlights, because it's dark too. And one of my friends, one of these girls that was in the hallway said, that came out during the whole commotion, she was like, yo, Jay, they looking for you. They coming out with your description. And I'm like, what? So as soon as she told me, I hit the corner, nothing but cops. I had to run back out, boom, I'm chucking it. And it's literally, like what happened, like 5 minutes later, I told her like, yo, like come out. I'm gonna need you to bring out a hoodie and like some sweats.
Yo.
No, I'm all just aside. And I told her to bring out some hoodie. And I told her, yo, we gonna walk out, we gonna act like a couple. Cause like they was out there for like a whole extra hour or two and stuff like that. Right. Banging on doors, asking for people and stuff like that. And keep in mind, we done nothing wrong, but I already know how the cops be out in Buffalo. Right. UBPD do not play at all.
I've been to Buff Party, so I know how that, I know like, they be on like go mode, like just snatching everybody up, like the drunk everybody. Like I remember one time I went to a butt party and like it was like a house party like across the street. They really like just hopping out, just chasing people down, like literally, bro.
And it's like yo, like it's either get caught up, cause a lot of things could go wrong. Like you get falsely accused for something that else happened on campus and stuff. Like people don't understand campuses be wild. But boom, I walked out. Me and her walked out. I walked right past the lady too, cause she ain't ever like seen my face or nothing.
Right.
So you know, like live to see another day. Cause like.
Right.
I'm not even gonna put myself in that type of predicament where it's like, yo, like I'm gonna try to talk it out.
Right. Now, but as, like you picking up a camera, do you ever feel like, damn, I might just vlog my life or something like that, or I might just do like use your camera to do other stuff outside music videos?
I started vlogging like when I go out and doing like video shoots and stuff, but I do kind of like the like traveling aspect of it because like now I'm at a point where I could like literally travel for my work. Go anywhere in the country, you feel like, and just say, all right, boom, let the people come to me and book me out for shoots. But like one time I did shoot for a fashion show, and this is actually when I met Sheff G and Sleepy Hollow.
Tell about me and Sheff G and Sleepy Hollow, like, were you listening to them at this time, like you knew who they was already?
So I went to school with a whole bunch of people from New York City. So Sheff, Sleepy, Busy Banks, Eli, all these dudes, right? This is what everybody bumping in the dorm, so it's like, So like, yo, I heard that the Sleepy Hollow concert was coming, and it was gonna be a fashion show and all this stuff like that. So I'm like, yo, bro, I gotta meet these dudes. Like, I don't care about nothing. Like, not even from like a fan perspective, but
like build your brand type.
Yeah, cause like I had my camera with me, and I'm like, yo, I might as well take photos with these dudes. Like get like a photo and stuff like that to seem like a legit photographer.
Right.
So this is what I ended up doing. So keep in mind, I still bought a ticket. Like I bought a ticket to the thing. I spent like $10 for the ticket, right? And then this is the thing about photography. If you walk in with the biggest lens, like you ever seen like when a football player lens, not football, like you see at like a football game, and the lens be like this long. Yeah, I got one of those. So I, put it on, and it don't even make no sense because they like 10 feet away from us from the stage.
Right.
So like, but nobody else know that. So I walk past the carry and everything with my camera, and I'm walking in front of the stage, right? So boom, I'm shooting for the whole fashion show, stuff like that. Boom, at the end, Sleepy and them, they come out to perform. And boom, everybody rushed the stage, and I was tight. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to get the perfect photo and all that. But what happened after the show, after they went backstage, everybody was trying to run backstage. And there was like 10 people like saying like, nah, none of y'all could come in. And I'm like, yo, bro, I'm the photographer. And they was like, bro, like, that makes sense.
Bro, you know what's crazy, bro? You know how many times this camera saved me, got me backstage? Literally, I done got mad free stuff. I was just like, I'm the camera, like for like Pop Smoke, bro. I literally like walked in like right behind them, and I just held my camera. I'm like, I'm the camera. They don't like.
They're not gonna check you.
They're not gonna check. You feel me? You got a camera, you stay out, and people, like. You
usually
gotta speak your mind. You gotta take risks sometimes.
All you gotta do is act like you it, and you, bro. Cause I was like, yo, bro, I'm the cameraman. I'm shooting for them. Boom, I went back there, and the crazy thing is, I was like one of the first people backstage. So it was just like me, Sleepy, and a couple of the like entourage and stuff. That's when I realized I don't need to be backstage. It's too early. So I was back there. Boom, I'm chopping it up. Like yo, what's good and everything. And I was like, yo, bro, can I get a photo with them? So I got a photo with like Eli, Sleepy, and Sheff. And it was cool. Nah, but Eli, that dude is funny, bro, because that boy was off it. That boy was, yo, bro, I wish I still had that back, because that joke was crazy.
Nah, but it's like, all right, you say you really don't want to do video, like videography, so would you hire people like to work for your company and just stick to promoting?
Yeah, I think right now what I kind of want to do is, I kind of want to like start going towards that route. Like I'm thinking about hiring like an editor. So that way I could just shoot vids all day, boom, and then just build up an income. So it's like, cause editing, that'd be the tough part, the whole thing. Like not tough, but it's like, it's just time.
Right. Because I think the shooting part is probably the most fun part, right?
Yeah. Fun and most dangerous, like, cause you never know what happened, bro. I've seen fights break out. I've seen people off of any type of drug, bro. I've seen it all. And then you just, like, honestly, I get to the point where the guns be not even the biggest thing to win.
Yeah, it just be one might what happened. You don't know what people had did before. That people might retaliate. You don't know.
The worst part is when people go live during video shoots, because it's like, you don't know what people talking about, who watching they live. Right. Especially in Rochester, like literally anything could happen.
I talk about that. Do you like say when people come to you and they try to shoot like diss songs and stuff like that? What's your whole take on that? Like, do you care what people say in their music, or like that got nothing to do with you? You just shoot videos.
It got nothing to do with me. Like I honestly understand that. Like some people, it depends. It do depend how bad the song is too. That's why I try to have everybody. Cause I've heard some wild diss tracks like F your mother, F your brother, F the whole get, and I be like That's tough. Like sometimes too, like I'll shoot the song, but I won't put my credits on there, and I'll tell like, oh, you just gotta post that on your video.
Yeah, I feel you.
Cause like that, it's
you
not.
You don't want that attached to your name, basically.
That too, and it's like you don't know, like you don't know who gonna make. Cause at the end of the day, like that diss is towards somebody at the end of the day, so somebody's gonna feel some type of way.
Right. That's what's up. So people gonna feel some type of way about this song, so like you don't even kind of put your credit, you put your name attached to that thing, right?
Yeah, cause like you just never know who's gonna feel the type of way at the end of the day.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. So like, where do you see yourself within like the next 4 or 5 years? As far as a brand, not just like video wise, but like as a promoter, everything going on.
I see me really just sitting down, and I'm just the planner. I get everything planned out. I'm not the person like doing. I definitely see more people like in my circle working with me, and honestly working for me. Cause like I like to. The whole start of this is because I like being a boss. Like all of this, I like having ownership over everything, controlling my moves. If I want to take a vacation tomorrow, I can do that. Like,
right.
So I kind of like the whole, sitting back and relaxing feeling. I feel like in 4 years, like I'm really just gonna be on coasting.
No, that's what's
honestly.
Up. No, that's what's up. But let people know how to get in contact with you and stuff like that.
So Instagram, I am MBK Jay. Twitter, I am MBK Jay. If you're trying to hit me on Facebook, same thing. JR2Visuals, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Book of Ed. So it's like, yeah.
Right.
They just know the vibes.
And shout out BestsPointOfViewTV for the interview, bro.
Of course, you already know. Best Point of View, you gotta hit them. That's your dude. And all your interviews, bro.
I'm checking out.
Check it out.
Check it. Trials and tribulations, I'm just trying to live my life, hoping I make the right decisions, cause I wanna live it right. I remember nights, no sleep, feeling weaker than 7 days. Now I'm using my clever ways to make sure my songs getting played. But these niggas doubt me, they think I'm not gonna make it. But soon I'm gonna be rich and having that girl getting naked. I promise you I'm the best, Supreme Nakshi. I'm on the rise, smoking dope and I'm getting high. Spirit, she floating to the sky. I wonder, is they gon' think I'm a joke because